Alex Lawrence-Berkeley here at AutoSens Detroit. I'm joined by Joel Hoffman from Renesas. For your first time at an AutoSens event, welcome.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. So far it's been a great show. We've really met some of the best minds in automotive future here.
Yeah, it's really exciting to see a company doing some really interesting work. So we've got a demo running in the background, but really Renesas are doing something that's not about the demos that you're seeing, but just really showing off what the hardware they've got and the systems they've got can do. So bear that in mind. Okay, so what have we got here? We've got a camera looking at a video of a car going down the street, and in the background we've got line recognition and segmentation and categorization of a car in the background. So talk us through what the actual computer here is doing.
Well, you know, what's happening here is we're using one of our development platforms. This is called the H3. It's our car platform that is sold to customers as a SoC. So it basically has a combination of different silicon IPs. In this case, we have up to 10 ARM cores, and this application is developed by a software company called AutonomouStuff. They are one of the largest software companies in the world. They develop commercially viable algorithms. So we're using the platform to illustrate the fact that we are moving much closer to commercial use of these kind of open designs.
Yeah,
in the past.
So it's more agnostic of the different proprietary technologies that are out there in the software world, so anybody can use this chip to enable the processes to take place.
Excellent point. That's exactly the point we're trying to get to, is we want to have the customer have a choice of different software, a choice of different hardware. They can combine our technology with other people's technology. So in the example, we're taking the input into a camera, conventional automotive camera, and it's performing the work that particular algorithm is capable of doing. So AutonomouStuff is offering us a couple of different algorithms that they've developed. You're going to need hundreds of different algorithms on an autonomous car. Yeah. So you not only have to have the flexibility to add these together, but you have to have a variety of specialty cores or specialty IPs, because each of these algorithms works differently on different types of silicon.
Yeah.
So we're getting there by trialing out the future. We're not doing a science experiment here though. We're not just trying to say, oh, wow, I can detect a pedestrian. We're actually saying, this is how you're going to need to do it in a production design.
Okay, let's move on to another demonstration running on a slightly different platform. Let's move along here. So here we've got the Eagle. So tell us how the Eagle platform is slightly different.
So the big difference here is that this Eagle platform is the reference hardware that we're running a new chip called V3M. It's part of our car family, but it is combined, it is stripped down to the absolute bare minimum that you need to do vision processing. So instead of having a large SoC, we have a very, very small one, and that very small one, of course, is going to be less expensive, and it's not going to require cooling. So I can put my finger on this chip, and it's nearly room temperature. Well, we're not going to put this car in the market as an autonomous car, even though it is potentially could be sold that way. It's too expensive, for one. But the reason we've put a lot of different technology onto one vehicle is so that we can learn about how the interaction is between these different technologies. Yeah. We know there's going to be a lot of wireless involved in autonomous. We know it's not going to be exclusive to one antenna. There may be different varieties. And in fact, Renesas has its own DSRC silicon that we're profiling on this car. So we're showing how the different frequencies can interoperate. We're learning about the antenna placement. These lessons that we learn, we're going to share them with all of our customers. The purpose of the vehicle is to give our customers a chance to work with us. We believe that collaboration is the key to success in this industry and in this new model of development. We've been working in the collaboration model in open source. Now we're dealing with it in this multi-supplier environment. So we knew that if you're going to develop and research for autonomous driving car, you have to have a working platform. In the past, it was just one of these boxes, a board with plexiglass on top and bottom. Now we knew we had to build out the whole vehicle. So we're gradually bringing more and more of these vehicles up to speed. Yeah. And we'll also share the design lessons that we learn from building them out with our customers.
So you're not just talking necessarily about the ECU guys, you're talking to the ADAS guys, you're talking to the sensor people, you're talking about the mapping people, navigation, you're talking to the infotainment people, and all bringing those together as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We are building out our own autonomous ecosystem. And while we know that our goal, of course, is to sell silicon to customers, we're going to also help a lot of other people be successful. And it's going to take a large community of workers together. So we've launched this new brand, Renesas Autonomy, here at the show, and this is the North American launch. We announced it a month ago. It's the first place that it's been described. It's not like we're just starting to do autonomous work though. We've been doing autonomous work for decades because safety critical parts of the car have to operate in a functional, safe environment. That's what you need. But now we're bundling it together into one kind of a family, and we think that's going to move everything forward much more quickly.
Yeah, we certainly agree with that. And community and openness and sharing information is really all about what AutoSens is here for. So Joel, thank you very much for your time, and we look forward to seeing you next year, and maybe join us in Brussels too.
I would love it. Thank you, Alex.
Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.